Hey guys, so I wanted to shoot this video about my first impression of the Kubota BX23s. Now, I wanted to start doing some of these videos about this machine. Just kind of a background. I don't know a lot about farming. I don't know a lot about the mechanics of the machines. I did have a John Deere 1025R, and it was a decent machine. And I just got rid of it. It was on a lease. I actually wanted this machine. This one here was my dream machine, and for several reasons. It was, the fact that it had a different responsiveness to the hydraulics, meaning that, on the, the John Deere or even the Massey Fergusons that I tried and all that kind of stuff, when you were to lift your bucket up and then try to rotate the bucket at the same time, it was very hard to get a smooth kind of motion all at the same time. And that's due to the hydraulic systems in the machine. So the Kubota was the only one that I found, and actually when I talked to the dealerships, they all agree with that have a kind of a dual system. I don't know how it all works, but it has a very smooth motion. It's the same with the hoe on the back. You're able to drag, curl, move, and it allows you kind of just to be able to cut in nicely around objects when you're doing some fine movements. So I did pick this up. So far I love it. The one difference, I'm a fairly big guy, about 6'3". The one difference that I did notice when it comes to where you're seated, you're a little bit more kind of forward sitting versus laid back. On the John Deere, you're kind of sitting into the bucket of the seat, and this way you're kind of a little bit forward. So that's the only difference I found in the kind of the comfort. Now I've only had it for about a week, so I'm sure I'll get used to that. But aside from that, the floor, the deck here, whereas the John Deere had the bump in the middle, this is more flat, easy to get in and out. Everything else so far, I love it. And what I did pick up with it as well, and just so you know, we'll do other videos as we go through, and I think you guys can kind of get some benefit out of this because, like I said, I'm not a tractor operator, I'm just a homeowner, and I'm just going from watching other videos and just trying things out, and I think you can relate to that as well. So I did pick up a tiller, and you'll see why in just a moment. And then I got a box blade, which is never a bad thing to have for leveling ground and all that kind of stuff that you have on the go. So, one other thing that I want to show you on the machine that I upgraded to is about a $700 upgrade, but I think it will come in very handy. Not the bush cutters that are there sitting in there, but this right here, the thumb, right? The mechanical thumb, not hydraulic, it's mechanical. So it's bolted in place. And the reason I got that is I have a lot of brush and things that I cut down, and it just will make it easier to grab and pick up and relocate or put into a trailer. I know before when I didn't have one on my John Deere, you could kind of grab stuff against the boom arm here, but having this and having the teeth in there, you can pick up logs, firewood, all that kind of stuff. So that's very handy. Now, why did I want the tiller? Well, for two reasons. I got a home garden, so I'm always tilling that up. And then this area here where this fence is, I'm going to be removing the fence, and I want to really kind of, as you can see, the ground's not perfect here. I want to till this all up and level it and seed it and everything for next season. So that's the reason why I got that. But as we come over here, take a walk with me. I put in a garden. Now, a couple years ago, I had the neighbor come over with his tractor and till it up. And then this season, before I got this tractor, I went and rented a hand tiller and tilled it up. Well, it wasn't that great. So, obviously I want to maintain this and maybe expand and put out some other gardens in. But one thing that I want to do next year is when I put in the rows, I want to leave the spacing here exactly the width of the tiller. So that I'm able to, as you can see, the growth that grows up in here, instead of me hoeing it out and raking it up, I want to be able to run that tiller through the middle and kind of just get rid of the weeds that way, leaving obviously the plant stuff, and we'll have to do that. So same thing with each of the rows, right? Be able to run it through. So that's the exact width. Now I didn't know the width or that I was even getting this tiller or this machine. So obviously I couldn't have done that when I put that in place. But last thing over there, I tried out the tiller the first day I got it. Very easy to use. One of the initial challenges I had was figuring out how to put the tiller on with the PTO, because what I found that worked best was I had to put the tiller on the 3-point hitch, raise it up all the way, and that allowed me to get the PTO on the shaft. It was fairly tight. If it was down, I couldn't get it on, but that was my way of learning that. So stay tuned to this channel, hit subscribe. These are the types of videos that I'm going to be talking about, all the different adventures with my Kubota tractor. Thanks for watching.